under normal circumstances, it's obvious that, winning a 31-28 game, usually you'd be like, good job, offense. You have done it. But considering the state of the defense right now, it needs it badly. But hello, they did it. We didn't have to score 40 points. I was like, coming into this game, we need to score 40 points on offense. Because this defense is just going to give it up because we have no linebackers, no corners, basically no defense. But they pulled through. They managed to pull through. And I didn't think they would actually do it. It's the Steelers. The Steelers are the kings of voodoo magic. And suddenly, they just fell apart in the second half. It was definitely that first... The first half was full of things. After that, great pinpoint interception from Deshaun Wright. I don't know why this man is playing corner. You should be playing wide receiver because he can't cover, but he can catch. We score, but then they score, and then the dumbest thing that Caleb has done all year, sack in the end zone. He decides to just flip it forward, but he doesn't pass it, and it's a fumble. It's a touchdown, and then we fumble it again, But in one of the many good stops, they actually stop him on a turnover on downs. Hell yeah, brother, you did it. It might have been a bit suspicious. I don't know when they ruled forward progress stopped. It seemed like he got it, but at this point, I can't question the refs. They suck. We know that. You know that. Everyone knows that, especially after the incident years ago. But ending the half, down 21-17, that isn't great, especially since, boat race and all. But you know the final score. You know what happened next. The Steelers punted, then punted again, sack fumble. They then scored their final touchdown. When we were already up 10. And then the big play, another punt, and then a turnover on downs. It was great getting the DK Metcalf after he suffered a couple of injuries, take him down in the middle of the field to force him to scramble for the fourth down play, and they failed. That's it. That's how the game ends. We didn't have to play we didn't have to deal with the nonsense of what am I talking about? The having to come back to score. We simply just ended the game. Finally, our offense didn't have to bail us out. Obviously, Caleb still had a decent day. Not really in the completion percentage, but 19 to 35, 239, and 3 touchdowns is okay. It puts him back on pace for 4K, so that's nice. This is a day in which the running game just went nowhere. DeAndre Swift was averaging 1.9 yards per carry. Monangai was a bit better with 4, and he got the 1 touchdown. Moore actually being useful for once. Like he caught his first touchdown pass since Dallas. He's finally caught 5 passes a game since Detroit. A pretty good day for him, especially after the last 2 games in which he's had a 1 catch for 18 yards combined on 7 targets. Odunze did fine. Loveland got the other touchdown. Komet caught 1 pass. It's clear that we're not using our tight ends enough for how highly drafted they are, but, whatever. It's fine. I did say we needed the turnovers to happen, and we definitely got some, and they were just enough to overtake our own fuck-ups on offense. The trio rolled out for the linebackers today. The trio of Hippolyte, DeMarco Jackson, and Amen eventually getting in there. Hippolyte injured. Another guy on the D line injured. Just all the things. Everyone just getting fucking injured. Tyreek Stevenson injured. So we were down a good amount of corners, and we were pretty much out of linebackers. This Carl's Jones Jr. guy, we'll just call him Carl's Jr. He only really played in the preseason. Has not much. He's like played in the preseason with us 2 years in a row after his time in UCLA. We got some game time. Some, not a whole lot of game time, but he was in there for a bit. Just overall, worse. This guy, I don't remember being on our squad, but you know what? Sure, I guess, yeah. Nikola Klanik, forced fumble. Yeah, that's fun. But yeah, it's just a gritty win, 8-3. It's something that I didn't really like. I get why we were favored, but coming into the game, it was very shaky. Like, is this are we actually going to be able to pull it out, do well, and we did enough to beat the Steelers. Not Aaron Rodgers. I was kind of pissed that Aaron Rodgers wasn't in there. I know he wasn't ducking us. He wanted to play against us, and we wanted to play against him, but the medical staff says no, which would have probably been more if he played more favorable for us, because I feel like Mason Rudolph is, a decent quarterback. 24, 31, 171, touchdown and a pick. Like, that doesn't sound good, but he played decent quarterback. It was kind of when the defense adjusted in the second half. The dink and dunk yards that he was getting earlier in the game just wasn't working, and they relied on Warren and Gainwell a lot. I'm so glad Gainwell's touchdown was overturned. You want to know why? Warren fantasy. Glad they ran him a bit more. But their best receiver was Calvin Austin III. Just judging by the depth chart, I don't think that's meant. I'm pretty sure DK Metcalf is supposed to catch more, or at least get more yards. But he was injured a lot. This field was terrible today. A lot of slippery things. A lot of people just falling down. I feel like Monungai fell down a couple of times. Definitely the Steelers players were not ready for how slippery this field was. And, yeah. Caleb, besides that one sack, that one dumb sack, he did fine. Got what he needed to score 31. Take the victory. Want to test it? Yay. And it's fun. It's quite fun. And just hope we can keep the momentum going. Obviously, we got the Eagles next on Friday, which is not going to be fun. Let's just say that. Yeah, not going to be a whole lot of fun to deal with that. Friday, it's also a short week on Friday, so very short week. Our last short week, even, because the rest of our games are on Sunday. No, actually, we have a Saturday game. I forgot about that one. Oops. And that'll stay on Saturday, that's for sure. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's decent day. Got the win, 8-3. If the Giants had a defense, we would have 2 games ahead. Well, actually 1.5 games, but you get the point. No, it'd be half a game. Game, half game, yeah. Still holding it. Still holding on for dear life. The top spot in the NFC North. Just about holding on. Just about. If either the Rams or Eagles slip, we might be able to at least gain something. I don't know if we win tiebreaker over them, but shit, it'd be funny. The Eagles battle will be definitely a top of the table clash, which is something that I didn't really expect to start the season, but yeah, it wins. I said this was make or break year, and so far it's making it. The early skid, I was hoping that I was proven wrong, and as of now, I'm being proven wrong, which I love it as a fan of the Bears. I love that my takes are wrong. When my takes about the team being bad are wrong, just means that the team is better. So, because, it could have, my thoughts on them after the first 2 weeks were way below the basement. Let's just say that. Yeah, Steelers, you tried. Sorry. Hopefully you are able to bounce back next week. You definitely don't got the Eagles next week, that's for sure. Who do you have anyway? The Bills. I'd say the Bills are threatening, but considering Thursday night's performance, I don't know if you can really say that. Funny, I'm funny. Why is that on my phone? Yeah, that's anyway. That'll be it. 31-28 final. 8-3. Get to go to the Eagles next week. It's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be pretty. Probably not gonna win that game, but goddamn, hopefully they at least try well. And please, someone get healthy on the linebacking core or corners. Anyone, any one of our corners, please come back. We need it. We're getting desperate around here. Please. Anyway, see you guys probably later. Goodbye.